Yeah. I can see it now. Yeah. I can see it. I can see it. See, I ain't want to get out here and try to embarrass you guys or try to give you guys an explanation on why why the Falcons would miss the playoffs in 2025. But like you say, we at the point right now that a lot of you guys really need some education. Y'all really need to slow down, check the brakes, man. Cause y'all slipping a little bit. I swear y'all slipping with your mouth. I don't know if you guys figure y'all got, a top defensive player. My bad, my bad. Driver back, driver back. All right. Like I was saying, man, ain't no way I'm finna allow you guys to come in here and just think y'all gonna get away with all that sleep talk. Now, do the Falcons have a great roster? Yes, they do. Look, I'm not even gonna sit back and I'm not gonna sit around here and try to make it seem like they ain't got a chance to make it to the playoffs. But what I am gonna say is this: historically, it doesn't look good. When you'd have had eight eight years of terrible defense, and you think just because you drafted a linebacker or an edge rusher, two edge rushers in the first round, that just somehow just gonna fix that defense. And like I was pointing to earlier, talking to somebody about this situation. You know, the Falcons, I don't know what kind of look they got. Oh, you could say this about the Saints, you know what I'm saying, far as they, you know, I don't know. I just don't know, man. I don't know who could speak on it. Who knows? But all I'm gonna say is that I solely believe that the Falcons will miss the playoff this year. I mean, it's not it's not certain, but It's just my opinion. Now, these right here, Panthers winning the NFC South. Nah, it might seem a little far-fetched to some people, but me knowing that we got a guy like David Canales on our side, a person that been inside the Tampa Bay organization, a person that's familiar with Tampa Bay. I mean, I think we got a better chance of beating the Buccaneers and winning the division than the Falcons. And that's the only reason why I'm breaking the Falcons up into this conversation. Because some people be like, why are you sitting around talking about the Falcons? You should be talking about the Buccaneers. But I'm saying this to say that my team, I feel like the Panthers have more structure with the organization. And by me saying that, by me meaning what I'm saying is this. They still look at the situation with Shadur Sanders. You know, they still, making bad moves. All right. This 2025 bad move. Not saying it was totally the organization fault, but it just overshadows the draft. 2024, you signed Kirk Cousins, $100 million, backup quarterback. Huh? That gives me 100 million reasons to sit around here and voice the opinion that I have about Kirk Cousins. But we're gonna talk about, like I say, we're gonna talk about y'all drafted Michael Penix, and you have a Kirk Cousins. Come on now. The organization don't even know what direction they want to go in. And for some of you guys to sit around here and try to critique and talk about, well, the Panthers need to be worried about Bryce Young. And like I was trying to tell a lot of guys, man, Bryce Young got a great future. You see this draft class right here? 2 Hall of Famers coming out of this draft class. 2. And a lot of you guys don't believe it, but I believe it. And a lot of other people believe it. So, what if you guys could sit around here and think, hey, so yeah, man, it's just, this is just based on opinions, But like I was saying, man, it's just gonna be a great year. We're gonna get it back, get things back on track for as, just building within the trenches. And I like the fact that we started off the free agency work focusing on the D-line. And that was the main issue. That's with any team. If you're going to play defense, you got to focus on the D-line. And where we at, and like I said, I'm going to bring this back up. Wait a second. Yeah. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. See, a lot of you people, y'all, this is what they mad at right here. This is what they mad at. When you get Tech McMillan, let's think about this. Tech. When they mad, they mad. And I know they mad. Yeah, they mad. I don't care what they say. They is bad. And, you know, so like I was saying, man, this 2025 draft class by the Carolina Panthers, I see two future stars. Easy. Bryce Young and Tech McMillan. I mean, it might be more. It just might be more. But I want you guys to like really, really dive into what I'm trying to tell you guys. The Carolina Panthers, right? Just listen to me out 1 second. Carolina Panthers will win the NFC South. And I'm not saying that just to be a bias or the Atlanta Falcons that, hey, they was the one that spanked them in that division last year. And we the ones that end up coming up short. But at the end of that season last year, I promise you, we didn't look the same. So, a lot of you guys that sit around here and try to, hey, Bryce Young got, he got a short lease. He got this. All you Carolina fans that won't accept the fact that we got a top I'm not speaking on not one pick, but we got 2 top picks, right? Tech and Bryce Young. And some would say, if Leggett get his together, you know what I'm saying? If X figure that out, you know we heading to. You know what the direction we heading in. Huh? Let's take a look at it. Don't it look kind of similar to somebody? See, you guys don't want to sit here and point out the obvious. See, I'm going to point out the obvious. I know. So, when you guys sit around here and try to make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about, hold on. I got some. Hold on. Yeah. When he did that, right there, huh? That's when he got his confidence. Yeah. That's when Bryce Young got his confidence. See, Driver ain't finna lie to you. See, Driver. Yeah, I know it. I know it, but I know the truth. I know the truth. And I ain't finna take nobody who don't know jack about, especially about when we talking about just pure football. What was funny, I actually heard an Atlanta Falcons fan say that Penix is he's better accurate quarterback. He's accurate than Bryce Young. Think about that, y'all. How did this little 190-pound, now this, probably soaking wet, You get what I'm saying? He can't be no more than about 200 now. Come on. 6 feet, 200. So he got to the NFL on his strength. That's what Bryce Young got to the NFL on. Think about what the dude was saying now. Think about this. This is how funny the Falcon fans are. They sit up and come up with anything to try to discredit Bryce Young. Just think about that. If I could sit around here and discredit Bryce Young just to uplift a quarterback who had had 3 starts in the NFL, right? Who got to the national championship and got embarrassed. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, man. And I'm just trying to be honest. Tell you, man, like the man got beat 34-13, right? This is who we talking about. He's a better, accurate quarterback than Bryce Young, right? 27, look, 51 passes, 27 completions. Now, this is a national championship game now. You want to manage to put up 13 points, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. What you, man, come on, man. Come on. Bad played. Bryce Young played 2 years basically. 2. And a bad threw for, oh, man, come on, man. Come on, man. But, you know, this the generation that we living in right now. You know. At 1 minute, Bryce Young was the best quarterback in the world. Next minute, this man, come on, man. All I want is consistencies. When y'all bring up y'all whole conversation is never consistent with Bryce Young. You can talk about any other quarterback. Only thing y'all talk about is somebody that's already made. Y'all never give out, hey man, this person gonna be a star. I like this person. Before they get there. 9 times out of 10, only people y'all critiquing is the people that ain't even made it there yet. Man can play 2 years professional football. First thing y'all gonna say he trash. Oh, he ain't this. Just think about this, man. That man played 2 professional years of football. It's sad. It's sad. Like I say, man, Hit House U. You know, it's something different, so we're going to bring to you guys, or we're going to get it going. I'm here. You know, I know there's plenty of Panther fans out there. Get in here, baby. Come talk to me. I'm right here. Driver. You ain't got to worry about just say driver. Because driver gonna talk about the truth. So, I want you guys to understand, man. Like I say, it's looking like, you know, a Panthers in the Buck series this year. Because I know ain't no way the Bucks letting Atlanta beat them this year. After losing twice next year. So they know one of them games are lost. Right? And depends on how the schedule end up being made. If we end up like I said, with the last 2 games, the last 3 games, meaning the Saints, the Falcons, and the Bucks at home, which it should be because last year I think we was on the road, and now it's another year, and I think they're gonna rotate. If we end up playing those guys at home, and we could still, I know we could beat the Falcons. So beating the Bucks and the Falcons, and the only team I could say I'm really be concerned about is the Falcons of the last game of the year. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey, just beating the Falcons, oh, we just gonna beat them twice easy. No. I mean, when you trying to get to the playoffs, ain't nothing easy. So, like I said, I just love everything about the makeup of the team, the identity for us, the head coach, that they're giving us back. We got an identity now, something that the Bucks don't have, something that the Saints don't have, something that the Falcons don't have. Ain't none of them teams have an identity. We the only team in the NFL with an identity in the NFC South, in our division. And we know where we going. Because if the Falcons had their identity, they would have never pulled Kirk Cousins. Right? You see, they don't want to talk about that. And if the Bucks had their identity, they won't be searching for wide receivers because we all know that they wide receiver room is starting kind of like deplete a little bit. And then, hey, they've been holding it down. They've been holding the NFC down for 8 years. I ain't gonna say 8. Well, I say, yeah, just about 8 years. A little over, a little less. 6 years. The Bucks been holding our division down. They got to the Super Bowl and won. So I'm not talking about too much of what I know about my division, far as to state that I know that we can lose against the Falcons at the end of the season because, hey, most teams want their revenge back. They're going to be trying to look to spoil us because I absolutely believe they will be in third place and fighting for a chance to get into their second spot. But I think Raheem Morris get fired early in the year. I think the GM get fired. And I'm not, you know what? Let me take that back. I know the GM gonna get fired this year. If the defense be the reason why Atlanta don't get to the playoffs, they're going to fire the GM. Regardless if that guy win Rookie of the Year. So I'm going to move on. Quick, hold on, right quick. We're going to add this back to the stage, man. Because like I say, this right here, man, I don't care how you guys feel about it. This draft class, I feel like we had the best draft class. Not only far as the 2005, I think when this draft class gonna go down in history as one of the top 10 draft classes of all time. And because a lot of people, this is what a lot of people know. This draft class was full of a lot of talent. A lot of talent. And when people go back and look at this draft class 10 years from now, 20 years from now, they're going to say this draft class is one of the top. I say, because to say top 10, you know, I don't know how many great draft classes, like real great. I'm talking about top great, you know. And I think this one really has a chance to do it. So I just want you guys to like really pay attention to the moves that we made because I think we really progressing into the type of team, like I said, the type of identity that's structured and we looking like we're ready to either, you know, get to the playoffs or either get deep in the playoffs. See, to me, I see one of the two. I don't see regression. I see progression. So it's hard for a lot of you, either like I say, even the Panther fans. It's not just the Falcons. Don't believe. much into the franchise because they still having questions and doubts about certain people. Yeah, it's more than just the Panther fans. But you guys gonna realize sooner or later how convinced I am about the team and how quickly you gonna convince yourself to be tuning in and say, oh, yeah, we going to the playoffs. And me, I'm not big on just getting to the playoffs. I'm a Super Bowl guy. I want that trophy. I'm still, having withdrawals from that Super Bowl and how we lost it. But I understood coming in that it wasn't a good chance. Because I understood the way that our team was built. Our team was built on the run game. And, the wide receivers wasn't really what I wanted. And, I felt like I could have got built. I could have been out there and played wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers. I mean, it was a few guys that, hey, I respected, but it was a few, but like I said, man, I look at it where a lot of people don't really understand how significant, Bryce Young has improved. Like I say, the confidence from Bryce Young is through the roof. And regardless if you guys want to admit it, regardless if you guys want to believe it, the Carolina Panthers will be in the Super Bowl in 2027. I said 2028. But by the draft class that we got and the players that I felt like we are capable of, building on top of this extraordinary draft that we just witnessed by the Carolina Panthers. So, hey, driver, I'm look, driver focus. Driver is focused. Now, a lot of you guys don't want to admit it. Y'all don't want to, it might be a fairy tale, but hey, I ain't giving out, it's just difficult because I know that you guys, how much I know you guys want to see, the Panthers fans I'm speaking on want to see us be successful. But like you say, I'm not mad. I don't feel like you're wrong about having an opinion that you have. I feel like you're entitled. I feel like you guys do make great points because, like you say, you can't, say you got a BMW or, you got a, a Hellcat and you driving a Camry every time, It's just like you know. So it's the same way. And with football, us fans want to see that Hemi, you know. So I mean, I understand the frustration. I understand it absolutely, but we're gonna, get it together. I just think we just got a great chance to thrive, and it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be what we call a different approach, a different approach. So I'm not really surprised about, like I said, I'm not surprised about how how the fans feel about Carolina. You know, I'm a long time Carolina fan, so hey, like I say, man, it was times where I couldn't even watch it. That's how bad it was. I'm talking about terrible. The driver, the new driver, that's the old driver. And I was so caught up into, you know, thinking Cam Newton, man. I'm thinking Cam Newton, to be honest with you. Cam Newton should have, what, ah, yeah, he'll be gone by now. But what, 2022, 2020, man, we really needed Cam. But I understood that. I understood the business. I understood, he wasn't the same Cam. But that was my man. Like, that's the one I wanted. I wanted us to take us to the Super Bowl, man. Like I felt like that was the man. Like, like God. But hey, that's where we at. That what we was, that where we at now, man. Take my Millie, Xavier Leggett, Jimmy Horn Jr. Yeah, E.T. You know what I'm saying? I'm an offensive guy. I always play, running back, quarterback, wide receiver. So, when we talk about offense, I love it. Oh, I love defense. I play defense, but you know, it's different watching, you know, somebody, get a touchdown versus making a tackle. So you want to see, your team score. So shoot, man, I can't get tired on this. But look, I appreciate it. I rock with you guys, man. Hey, driver appreciate everything. Like, hey, I'm gonna talk about it, be about it, spit the truth, hit house you.